So in this episode, I make my way down Chile and finally make my way to Ushuaia, crossing the border from Peru into Argentina. Was not as easy as I would have liked. There was supposed to be somebody in that booth who would have stamped my paperwork for me, but didn't. So eventually I had to turn around and go back, but I was patient. Finally, I was on the road in Chile. Woo! So today, I am in northern Chile, in the Atacama Desert. This is the driest non-polar region on the planet, and it is desolate. It's very, very desolate. There is nothing out here. Alright, so this is a new record. I'm at a construction site along Ruta 5 in northern Chile. And they're telling us that it will be 1 hour. And from my recollection, I don't think I've ever waited at a construction site from Alaska to here for an hour. Wow. And it's hot. And it's windy. And Jesus. The roads in Chile were fine. The construction, which happens everywhere, can catch you off by surprise. But this road was nice. The beautiful day and the scenery made it all worthwhile. And as you roll south through Chile, you're still in the Atacama Desert, and it's sort of hot. But I had nice clear skies and nice ride. The first stop in Chile was Iquique, which is down from the mountains across the dunes right on the Pacific Ocean. But again, the views just along the coast were just amazing in Chile. I'll tell you what, I'm having a lot of fun riding in Chile. I haven't quite put my finger on it. I've been in Chile 2 days. But as soon as I crossed the border from Peru into Chile, a big switch was thrown. And again, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but so far the roads in Chile are fantastic roads, meaning the road service is good, traffic is light, the scenery is fantastic. I'm really, really enjoying Chile. It's pretty cool. Good morning. So another day of riding through Chile, and it is miles and miles and miles of this. Just deserty, mountainous, rocky terrain. Today I left Antofagasta this morning, and I'm headed to Copiapó. It's a ride of about 350 miles, and you really have to be careful with gas stations, because you can definitely find yourself, if you miss one, out of luck. But it's beautiful, and there's something about riding in the desert that's it's beautiful. Here I'm making my way just into another town. Another hotel for the night. It's deep gravel, and I lost it on that pole that's meant to mark the lines. I caught up with my good friend Frank, who I've seen several times now on this trip, and we decided to ride together for a while. Here we are making our way into Santiago together. Santiago is a huge, modern, fully developed, huge city. And we stopped for a few days in Hotel Casamat Hostel. There's Scott doing some repairs on his rim. Well, here I am in Santiago, Chile, and I'm walking down Lira Street. Lira Street may be one of the most awesome streets I've ever seen. Every store is a motorcycle shop, and there's got to be 100 of them here, all over, selling every sort of motorcycle you can think of, every sort of part you might need. But it's pretty cool. Back underway from Santiago, I was by myself again. I was very glad to see lots and lots of trees. Now that I was out of the desert again. Made my way over to Pucon Moto Camp. Down several miles of dirt roads. There I met up with Christian, who built the camp. So this morning, actually this afternoon, I'm in Puerto Montt, Chile, which is about 2/3 of the way down the country. And today I'm boarding a ferry to take a little vacation off the bike. And the ferry is going to take me down to Puerto Natales. And I'm thinking I got wind again, but the weather here yesterday was beautiful. But the weather here today is cloudy and overcast again. It's not too cold. It's actually in the mid-60s, which is quite comfortable. But the ferry is 4 days and 3 nights, and it's going to spit me out within a day or day and a half's ride of Ushuaia. So I'm getting very excited to be towards the end. I'm also, a little melancholy, because the end is so close, but it's been a hell of an adventure. The ferry ride really was a good experience. It was sort of a guided tour through the fjords of Patagonia, and the fjords are amazing. You can get down to Ushuaia a couple of different ways. Route of 3 along the east coast in Argentina, Route of 40 through Argentina, Route of 7, the Carrera Austral through Chile. Or you can do like I did, and for a few days I spent on a ferry going through these beautiful fjords. And Patagonia is breathtaking. Oh, good morning. Pretty exciting day. I'm about 30 miles from Ushuaia. And this morning, I've just been riding around, getting here from Rio Grande. It's pretty flat. And then about 30 minutes ago, you start riding up into these mountains. I'm sorry about the wind. It's been pretty windy here and cold. Just to give you an idea, it's about 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And the wind, it's catching the snow, it's probably blowing a good 20 or 30 miles an hour across it. So it's pretty chilly. But I'm starting to get kind of emotional because Ushuaia marks the turnaround point for me. I've been on the road 10 months, and after Ushuaia, I'm basically heading back home. So I'm almost there. Pretty excited. Well, it took me 10 months to get here, from Virginia to Newfoundland to Prudhoe Bay to Ushuaia. And I made it here on a very cloudy, very windy, drizzly day. It is March the 1st, which is damn near exactly when I planned to get here, when I planned my trip a year and a half ago. But I made it to Ushuaia. Once I was in Ushuaia, I met up with Frank again and two chaps from England and Scotland, Chris and John, who had met on the ferry a couple of days before. And we rode together the last few miles of Ruta 3, which takes you all the way down to the southernmost point that you can go by road in the world. And you end up at the park. And very emotional day for me getting this far. I was just so happy to be there. Alright, that's it for this episode. It was hugely emotional for me to get to Ushuaia. It's like, you know, one of those huge things that you can do on a motorcycle. And the motorcycle ended up being not that important. It was just a mode of transportation, but it got me there, and I'm glad I did it on a motorcycle. It's not all done. I still have to get up from Ushuaia back up to Buenos Aires, and that's in the next episode. And as always, I appreciate you following along, and I appreciate all the comments and the feedback that I get. And if I had to do it again, I'd do it again tomorrow. Ushuaia. I made it to Ushuaia. Thanks again. Bye.